Hello there good people and welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you could make it today since we do have quite the treat for you. For the longest time, with a few exceptions, 17-inch laptops have been the pinnacle of the mobile big screen laptop experience. But with the recent announcements at CES a few weeks ago, almost all of the big manufacturers announced an 18-inch model at the very top of their 2023 lineup. Acer did so as well, and the Helios 18 is the successor to last year's Helios 300. We had the chance to spend some time with an early sample. While the unit they sent us wasn't quite ready for prime time in terms of performance, we took the chance to see if the new form factor actually makes for a great user experience, or if it is just an excuse to be able to stuff higher wattage chips in mobile devices. At the heart of the new Helios, Acer equipped a massive gaming monster with Intel's new i9-13900HX. The powerful chip sports the same core layout as its desktop brother and comes with a total of 8 performance cores and 16 efficiency cores. We will have to see how much wattage Acer allows the chip in this chassis, but we might see up to 150 watts in CPU-only workloads. For better cooling, Acer will also use liquid metal, so we just have to wait a few more weeks to find out if this, in combination with the bigger chassis, will be enough to tame this absolute beast of a CPU. While I cannot give you final and reliable performance numbers for now, the sheer amount of CPU grunt these chips can deliver is simply mind-blowing. They also seem fairly efficient, meaning they can deliver solid numbers even with lower wattages, which is great news for when you want to run your laptop at a quieter performance profile. Speaking of the chassis dimensions, while the 18-inch display is quite a bit taller due to its 16:10 aspect ratio, in general the laptop isn't that much bigger than your high-end 17-inch gaming machine. It will be a bit deeper, which might cause some problems if you own a backpack for your laptop, but overall, the size isn't too crazy as one might think. Acer also did a fine job keeping the chassis thickness at a decent level. And even though this is an early engineering sample, it seems like they did so without sacrificing cooling potential. While Acer already cleaned up the design language for the Predator Helios lineup last year, they took it a bit further this time around. Apart from the Predator logo, the laptop looks refreshingly devoid of too many gamer redesign cues. And while the RGB light strip with the Helios name in the back isn't exactly subtle, you will hardly stand out too much even amongst a more professional crowd. If you want to take this thing to your next LAN party though, the Helios gives you the option to customize your gaming notebook with exchangeable vent covers. In terms of ports, the big gamer looks very promising, with a nice assortment of I/O and thoughtful placing around the chassis edges. You can find a network jack, a single USB-A, a micro SD card reader and the audio combo port along the left side. The remaining 2 USB-As can be found on the right, and in the back, Acer added 2 Thunderbolt 4 USB-Cs, HDMI and the power connector of course. The keyboard and the trackpad are very reminiscent of the 2022 Helios models and offered no reason to complain during my short time with this one. With the large 16:10 18-inch display, Acer increased the aspect ratio and the size of the panel, but also dialed its specs up to 11. In the retail model, the mini-LED display will refresh at a whopping 250 Hz, while delivering peak brightness numbers of around 1000 nits. While I am personally a big OLED fan, this new display comes with a total of 1000 dimming zones, so contrast will be pretty tasty in those HDR games, while still being capable of those eye-searing brightness numbers. Content creators should be able to enjoy this one as well, with advertised DCI-P3 coverage of around 100%. I really cannot wait to try this puppy for a video production, since these 18 inches could be the perfect mobile workstation with that extra bit of timeline space thanks to the 16:10 display. Alright guys, time to talk about the GPU in here, the RTX 4080. As I said, this guy is an engineering sample and Nvidia does not yet allow to talk about their RTX 4000 laptop GPUs. And since there are no updated drivers yet, the actual performance might be subject to change anyways. But the performance numbers I have seen from this one so far do look very promising. The generational improvement compared to the RTX 3080 Ti is already pretty substantial, and I really cannot wait to see what these chips will be able to do in a production unit of the Helios 18. Acer didn't tell me the maximum wattage for the GPU in here, but given from what I have seen so far, it will be close to the 140 watts to 160 watts range, I assume. In addition, these GPUs will also support DLSS 3 and frame generation. And if the performance gains will be anywhere close to their desktop counterparts, well, you might even be able to push the refresh rate the Helios' display is capable of. I know. This has been quite a tease, but thankfully, we do not have to wait that much longer until we can finally get our hands on proper review samples for these new devices and the Helios 18 specifically. So thanks a ton for sticking with me so far. Let me know if I missed anything for now and be sure to put any additional questions you might have in the comments below. I'll do my very best to answer them all. Please also let us know what you think about the new Helios 18 so far. Would you even consider an 18-inch laptop as your next gaming machine? Be sure to hit the like button, ring the bell and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos. We have a lot of exciting reviews for you in store. Thanks a ton for watching, my name is Alex and I cannot wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.